Go. Hello guys, these are the community managers for Drakensang.
Okay, now we're fine.
Ah, there we are. Oh, but now the advertisement comes. That's it. I think this advertisement. At least I can only see the advertisement there on the thing. Hello guys, can you see us? Yes, no,
Let's
hello.
wait.
Yeah, I read some hellos there, so I guess I'm not talking to an empty room. That's good. Hello.
Funny enough,
That's it.
I can hear advertising, but it's actually on silent.
Ah, that's maybe me. Wait.
I was let me see.
Okay, everything good. So, hello guys, everything works?
Yeah?
Yeah?
that's
Okay.
fine.
Hello guys, look how awesome, new setting we have
Okay.
that we did today. So how is everyone doing? Are you good? Mele banana? Is every banana alright out there? Yes? Yes, hello, Haruki-sama. So, well, we missed you. I did miss you. A
Yes,
little
but
bit.
she was on vacation.
I was on holidays. And they were very nice, but here we are back into the battle, and we have a lot of things to tell you guys today.
I think somebody in the chat is on the wrong channel. He says Turkey Euro 2016 winner.
Nope.
We are Drakensang Online. This is not soccer.
No.
But anyways,
So yeah.
so without further ado, let's talk about the agenda, our new fancy agenda that we have over here.
Yes.
You can thank Haruki for this lovely design.
Yes, I went a little bit creative today, and then I said we need to revamp this because we have been using the same kind of format for like months. So here we go.
And Berak says Deutsch bitte. Well, sorry, but the majority speaks English, so we'll do this in English. So first of all, of course, as of now, you can play with Tabo in Drakensang Online, which is, somebody is behind Tabo. He's not just an NPC. So if you find him on Heradur, Grimmar, Varian, Agathon, Tegan, or Balor, and get to be joined in a group, and we'll tell you what you'll get for that. We'll talk about release 167, then we give you a small preview on release 168. Because
very, very small actually.
Yeah, because actually there's not that much to confirm yet. And then we'll do a little special about the event Curse of the Black Knights, aka known as the Dragon event. And a Q&A session with lovely Haruki and moi.
That's it.
And then there's a raffle and prizes for that. Is it though the last point? We don't know.
Yeah, and so everyone that is asking on the chat, talk about this, talk about that concerning Dragon. Don't worry, we are gonna cover Dragon event, up to the point.
This is the agenda.
Yeah,
there
that's
you
it.
go. Lots of it.
So just hold with us a little bit. First, we go through the releases, and then we go to Dragon. Dragon is going to be a long and big topic.
Yes.
And also talking about Tabo. I don't know if you have a slice for Tabo. There you go. So if you're lucky enough and you can team up with him during this Twitch, then you can get that parrot. And legend has it. Well, one of the admins told me that she is going to be in Tabo. Tabina is going to be in Heredur. So. Run normally it's in Kinsale, but
yes, usually they start in Kinsale and then from there on.
That's it.
It goes usually rather fast. So if you have them already on your group, on your chat, on your window, on your social window, you're lucky you can see when.
Exactly, and they normally do 2 or 3 runs. So just be there a little bit.
Okay. And
but yeah.
While we're talking, we'll also look at the chat and cover as many questions as possible.
Tabina Bukina.
Yes, but only when we add the Q&A, we will try to give you also individual codes for a question that has been successfully answered. Okay.
That's it. That depends on us, but you will get the bonus code anyway.
Okay, so why don't we start with release 167? And I'm actually the first person to talk to you about that. So release 167, for that I will go to our stable server, to our test server, which is not the one test server that you are on, it's a different one. And I'll come later to this month, but with release 167, which is released next week, and the patch notes for that are actually right now already in the English forum. I'll show you. One second.
Yeah. The patch notes, translated to the other languages, of course, take a little bit more of time because we have to translate them.
Yes.
So yeah, just if you're hearing this and you're not English mother speaker, then don't worry. We will put the patch notes anyway.
Yeah. But usually we put them first in English because I write them in English and then they get translated.
That's
and
it.
then you find them here. look, this GIF looks so nice of this new mount.
And not because you did it.
So you can find the detailed description of what's coming next week over here, but I'll show you right now in a brief overview what we'll get. So first of all, a very cool little thing. It's a convenient feature. It doesn't really have a name. It's the inventory sorting button.
Automatic sort inventory button.
Exactly. So what you see over here is this is my inventory, and I'm just gonna play around here with it. It's actually not my inventory. It's just one of the test characters called Kayla Lafry. And what happens is if you have an inventory which is rather messy, what you do is you just click on this button over here. It says click to sort all items, and voila, everything will be categorized, structured with a certain order. As you can see over here, all the items, all the costumes have been structured by that.
Yeah.
They do not follow an alphabetical order, but that having said that, this is a new feature, and obviously new features can have improvements. So at the moment we're looking at possibilities of what to do else with this button, as in should you sort it by categories, should you sort it by rarity, should you sort it by some sort of relevance. We're looking at it because at the moment it's one click and then you're basically done.
That's it. As far as I know, there were some problems, I think, with the sorting unstable with the gems, but this has been fixed already. And then, of course, we will be very, following your opinions after release 167 comes out, and then we will see whether you find this useful, if you don't find it useful, if you would like to see some tweaks. So we will follow up probably on this because it's quite nice for you, and we want to make your lives easier.
Yes. And the other thing is, you do not only have it as this button in your regular inventory, you also get it with Lavender, so with the locker. You get it over here as well. And that's also,
look to that groovy ass.
Yes. Okay, so this is the inventory sort button. This is one feature that's coming. And what's the next one?
Sorry, I was answering to a user. Sorry, I will answer you later. So the next thing, it's so basically we are bringing other thingies. The mount that you can see there, it's the mount of the event. It will be a drop of the event, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. We will talk about that later. And then we are bringing as well another mount, which you have it there. And actually it's a scorpion mount. So if you are like, it looks nice. If you are a fan of low tech and then you always wanted to, mount a scorpion and be the king of the jungle with your badass scorpion, then you will have it. So we will also put it out. If you want to purchase one, then stay tuned for that.
Yes, and this is actually an epic mount. So from the looks of it, it looks like the speed of a regular mount, but because it's very flat to the earth, it's actually an epic mount.
That's it. And we will probably, I'm totally raffling this in the next Twitch and probably on Facebook because it looks pretty badass.
Yeah, we can't raffle it right now because obviously the version is not out yet. But this is the newest mount that's coming out. And then we have something concerning the shop. Which is,
I want to make a little short message here. It's like a lot of people ask us back in the days how it was with this kind of pop-up windows, those banners that would jump into your face every time that you open the...
Kind of like this, open.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Greg. Yes. We needed you so badly. And these things was these banners, these pop-up banners with the T-shop were taken away because we introduced a new rework shop with last release, but we didn't stop there.
Yes. So I just opened this one with a click on that. I mean, most people will probably do that with T. Just open it. And as you can see, the banners that Haruki was talking about, they have been added to this section over there, so
they are smaller.
They are smaller and they're not as much in your
They
face.
are not so invasive as before, which
and
is
actually,
great.
To be honest with you, in my resolution that I see over here, they look much nicer now because they're not so extended. So that's great.
That's it.
And you don't have to click them away every time. And so with the previous release, with 166, we introduced, we had a makeover of the in-game shop, so make it more compact and more modern. So what you can see is everything has been categorized as usual. And you also see now on deals the time, how long a deal is available. So in this case, 19 days and 19 hours. You see a percentage of how much you usually save when you buy this this certain deal. What I do not have for you right now over here, unfortunately, new labels. So the new labels that I wanted to show you, they're not included in here, but I will show them to you on, let's see if we find it somewhere over here. No, we don't find it over here. So I'm going to show that to you on the patch notes. So there are new labels available, and they look like this. Yeah, so it's a percentage sign that shows you, okay, in this category right now we have sales. So if you want to have a look, do that right now, because these sales are temporarily. And then these sales are highlighted in orange, and the original and the reduced price are visible as well. And yeah, percentage sign as well. So basically giving you a little bit more help in order to find something. And these banners over here that you see, they are category banners, which will also have a function. Unfortunately, I took a picture of them now because in an early stage, just to have it ready for you. But yeah, that's basically the shop, and a little bit more compact.
That's it. And then I just discovered the other day that actually one of the banners, the in your face banners, didn't disappear from Grismek.
Yeah.
But apparently this is going to be fixed, so don't worry. Those things are over. And another thing that is coming with 167, but it will continue with 168, and it's kind of nice. We are doing some repricing, and this means that we are changing with review some of the objects inside of the game that can be purchased by on-demand, and we said, okay, maybe we need to reprice those things and make them a little bit more fair for everyone. So good news for everyone. If you're the kind of person that always gets bored with your character name, appearance and gender, maybe you want to be a little bit Dracanian gender kind of person, then we are reducing the price for the character changer, which is nice. But I think that you guys are more, or probably will welcome more, that we are revising the gem slots. Yeah. So gem slots are going to be,
as you can see over here, the price on this example has not been changed, but it will be changed.
Yeah,
so
exactly, and it's half of it, so I think it's now going to be like
more
$4.90,
more or less,
for something. So it's cut in half, and actually we are also going to cut the gem slots for to unlock those gem slots where you can put your gems. It was a little bit expensive, maybe, especially the last slots. So yeah, we are doing that, and they're going to be up to 15% cheaper than before, which is nice. And what I also wanted to say is that we are not stopping here. This repricing or this changing a little bit is going to come to other things of the game as well. So yeah, let's look forward to that. And yeah, those are pretty much the big things that are coming with 167. Of course, Dragon, and we will talk about that later, so please hold us a little bit with us. And also some bug fixes, of course.
Yeah, so as for the gem slots, obviously, 50% doesn't sound this much right now, but it's one step towards a cheaper future. You also have to imagine that you probably will only look at the uniques and the legendary items, but it makes already, if you start a new character, think about new character class, it starts off with the common and improved items as well already, and there the prices are even more significantly cheaper. So the big prices might not look as attractive right now, but
at least the first ones. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So enough with this release. So let's go to release 168. So release 168, as you know, we have already an event coming up, which we'll talk about it in a minute. But the release 168 has confirmed at least one thing, which is for sure, which is the event under siege or invasion.
That's it.
How you call it. And as you remember, the Resistance Command Center, which is pictured over here centrally.
That little one.
In green, highlighted in green, was the first one to be attacked. We also got interesting ideas from you, who might be doing this mischief.
Yeah, true.
So the next one, I know for a fact that it's a bigger place than the Resistance
Yes,
Command
but because you cannot get way smaller than Resistance Command Center, with the exception of UAREMYBUDDY Sanctuary, which is even smaller.
Yeah. So the next one is coming up very soon with release 168, and in order to, because somebody asked it already, but I'm going to say it right now, we have more than just one extra event.
Exactly.
So we were thinking in total maybe 4. Yeah, so we're
four
now
for this year.
Yeah, now we're coming to the second. So the aim is 4. 3, I think, is definitely happening. 4 depends on what kind of bigger feature comes. Yeah.
Wow.
So and this event is definitely in this year. As for the next years, we don't know. It always depends. You know, sometimes things shift. But for now, it looks good. So this is release 168, and now let's talk about our favorite.
Exactly. We cannot tell you more things because they're still, you know, in construction, under construction.
There's 2 other things that I could mention, which is we are doing a bit of a changing when it comes to the emotes and to certain item sets. You know that, for example, the item sets in Andrakash and everything before Andrakash have been adjusted in terms of stats, in terms of prices. And by that I mean the ones that you can get from the artifact merchants. So it's very likely that we are changing them too. But it's not fully confirmed yet because they're not done with the list. Yeah, but I felt like as long as it's not fully confirmed.
That's it. We prefer to just tell you what is coming for sure, and all the things we'll be teasing in the next Twitch, and also in the next Dev Diaries, which was produced this week.
Thanks, Alexis, for liking my hat. Nice stuff. So we're coming to Dragon.
Yes, that's it. So hold, brace yourselves, everyone. We are getting into dangerous territory here. So yeah, if you have visited already the English forums, well, we put already the English guide. We did it so you guys have already a little bit of an idea of what to expect when you go to the test server.
Do you want me to show it? Real quick?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's a guide that gets everything you need to know about Dragon event. So yeah, there are some facts here. First of all, that will make some people happy is that we lower down a little bit the level requirements. So it's going to be 1550. But of course, if you know a little bit how Dragon event goes, then you know that there is a painful and excruciating difficulty modes. And those ones are for level 30 and level 50 only. So that's only for the seasoned warriors out there. But if there are like new players that are, starting with Drakensang, or you have like another character you want to level up, or whatever the reason is, then you can play already Dragon with level 15, which is nice. Another thing is the duration of the event. It changed from 4 weeks, so a full month, to 2 weeks. And this is something a lot of people are getting a little bit angry about, like why? It's clearly stated on the guide that the reason why we did this, it's because Dragon is coming way more often than in the past. And when I say this, it's not saying like once every year or twice every year. No, it's way more often. Okay, so this is what we want to do. You will notice also that we have decreased the level of challenges. So instead of being 4, there are 2, and it ties to the same relation. Like you will see the other 2 challenges in the next Dragon event that we do. And yeah, so remember that Dragon event is going to come way more often, and this also applies for all these people complaining about the some drops, but we will talk about later, but about the possibility of completing something in 2 weeks. Well, you will complete more things, of course, in the next 2 or 3 months when Dragon event comes back. Okay, so that you need to know. And another new thing is the daily quests. So this is something that maybe you don't know, but you need to go every day to Janus Fox, which is one of the NPCs that is already inside of the castle, and he will handle you 1 different quest per day. So it's nice because you can always come back and then do that quest, which has like lovely rewards, etc., which is kind of lovely. What other facts do we have there? Important. This has been changed during today, I think. It was during today, the drop rates. Yeah, so we already read on the forums during
people.
Yeah, during today. The problem is that of course you're playing a version unstable that is a special version, but we are doing other changes behind it. So we are increasing the drop rate of the great items for bosses, and of course as well the Draken. They will drop more Draken per stack. So yeah, that should be it. We are not touching the fact that Dragon only drops, doesn't drop a guarantee unique. And I know that this is a sore point for a lot of players, because it used to be like this in the past. But the problem with that is that it didn't come. How often was Dragon in Kenya? 2 times per year?
Yeah, usually around the Easter period. And then
Halloween. And this time we were talking about Dragon being way more often in every year. So yeah, but this is something we are monitoring, and we know that you guys are really, really against it. So yeah, we will look into that as well. And another thing that a lot of people are complaining, it's about the old dragon set. So what happens with the old dragon set? So the old dragon set is not disappearing from the game, but is disappearing as drop inside this event. Instead of that, we have other objects or other items that we are going to talk about. So the thing is that you will find this set at Nob, and it's going to be in the form of lucky spheres, but it's also going to be in the form of fixed price of Draken.
I can show that actually.
Yeah, and you can show it, but the prices that you see currently on the test server are not final, because the the Black Warlord, you know, the big set, it's 10,000 Draken each, and this is gonna go way down. So we are talking that we're gonna have reduced prices up to 30-35%.
I will show it once.
That's it.
1 second.
So don't worry. So yeah, that's it. So yeah.
So as Haruki repeated, or said already. So
I repeated the times that is needed, you know.
So as she mentioned, the Black Warlord, the Black Warlord Regalia, this is how you call the set, can be found with Knob. It will be available immediately when the event starts.
Exactly. So
and what you see over here is the old price.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that expensive.
Yeah. So no 10,000.
No. Okay. No, and you can please spread the word, because it's not 10,000. It's gonna be way less. And then of course you will also find the other two versions of the the other tiers, so the Black Squire and the Knight, Knight.
It will be reduced by this amount. Yeah. 36%,
which is not bad. Okay?
So basically 6,400 for the tier 3 Black Lord Regalia.
That's it.
So this is not final. And as she mentioned, it will be available also via Lucky Spheres, which I cannot find at the moment, right?
There will be Lucky Spheres, but but also a good news about that is that the Lucky Spheres are also gonna get a reduction, like a cut, up
40%.
40%. Yeah. But and then of course, two things to bear in mind is that this is going to be at Nob, so if you are missing one of the pieces or two pieces, you can still go there, and if you have the Draken, you can purchase it. If you don't have the Draken at the moment, don't worry, because this old Dragon set will appear eventually again at Nob. You know that June and May we have been having like some days where we were selling the Medusa doll or the mount or the Darkness set or whatever like that. So this set will be included in that pool of prices. So eventually you will get it back. Okay. This is one thing that we wanted to make sure. And actually I think that a lot of people don't understand that the new set is pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, we will show you a video in a few. So yeah, again, this price is not final. What you see over here is the test server. I don't have any final version of it, so I can't show you that. But this is just so you heard it first from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
And then obviously lovely Haruki is done with the facts. So
yes, I'm done with facts.
Let's go down to business.
Business.
Business as usual.
We started the business as we started the Twitch.
Okay, so we have this new event which brings you a new set. So the new set can be found, of course, from Dragon, in Dragon's Refuge, but also from a very yummy, ghastly Black Widow spider. It looks. I will show you later how she looks like.
I don't know what our designers have with spiders, but seriously,
I think it's quite rhythmic. Yeah. I mean, the spider itself has already made an appearance in the very first Dragon event, actually.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And people are asking and there was another spider available, the tame battle spider.
But this one looks way more creepier, you know. Yeah.
Okay, but enough of that. So let's talk about the set. So this new set that we have over here consists of many parts. Actually, 6. You see over here 7, but that's because there's the banner of the Steam Mechanicus. So think of 6 of them. Now, many of you yesterday on the forum were very upset when they looked at the stat.
Yeah.
Remember 2 things. A, it has tiers, so it comes in 3 different levels, I want to say. Tier levels. So the highest one has better stats, and the second thing that I will explain to you right now is that you have 2 different bonuses on that, an offensive and a defensive bonus, which I'll explain to you right now. So basically, it looks like this. Yeah. So what you see highlighted here in green is the bonus that you can get. It's the offensive bonus that you can get if you combine, if you have at least these 3 items, yeah? So when you have these 3 items in any kind of tier, you will get this bonus. And obviously if you combine them on the workbench to craft them to a higher tier, then you will get this bonus as well, obviously stronger. And yeah, this is the first bonus that you get. And that bonus is actually super, super cool. I don't think that many of you have actually seen this thing in action yet.
But you have something to show us,
yes,
right?
I have
of
something
course.
to show, but first I want to talk about the other bonus again. So, what you see over here in magenta or pink or whatever you want to call this color is the defensive bonus, which is also really good, but unfortunately it doesn't really have such a great animation.
No,
like,
we're all for the graphics.
Yeah, we're all for the graphics there because we like to show we're animation divas. So let me show you how this thing will look like. So if you combine, and the other thing is if you have all the 6 items, then you get both bonuses. Yeah. So here's something. So let's have a look at this. What we have over here is a test character, which will illustrate this bonus. There we go. Exactly. This is what happens. This is the offensive bonus that you get. Does anybody recognize where this comes from, or what do you have?
Where are we looking at?
I'll repeat it once more.
Yeah, because I didn't see
repetition.
it. Oh no!
It's amazing, right?
I'm pretty sure it's going to bring a lot of memories to some players.
I know. But here's the I was thinking, oh my god, even Shirley is like, ooh, what the hell? Yeah. Okay, a third time because, you know,
that's it.
Holy Trinity.
Look to that. The thing is that you're not running in the correct direction. There you go.
And the way it functions though is it gets activated by your escaping or jumping or basically evading skill, like the jump skill, yeah? So for each class it's different. In this case, I'll play again. In this case it's the Steam Mechanicus using his jetpack. And it starts off, you know, when you jump, when you come back, and then it goes counterclockwise. Yeah, and it's Solipy or something is saying
the boogie laser.
The buggy laser. Well, we'll see if it's actually gonna be buggy. But the one thing is for sure, it has massive damage. Yeah? So this is the first bonus that you get.
Yeah.
Look, see, some people already respond with really cool comments, but some people are like, I don't know if my graphic cards will support this.
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll see.
It's one of the things that we keep on saying from time to time, and I guess that some people don't understand it, is that test server is there for a reason, of course, but sometimes we put things and then later on we are still modifying things. So lots of times you see something, you start screaming about it, and then later on we tweak it. But I think overall it's pretty fascinating, and tier 3 armor set and the weapons that we're going to talk right now is pretty badass.
Yes.
In terms of stats.
So this was an introduction to the new armor set.
That's it.
And now lovely Haruki is gonna tell
Thank you,
about
Greg. Give me the slide.
the weapons.
The weapons, yeah, that's it. The weapons. So we have a new set of weapons. The cool thing about it is that you will be able to craft the basic weapon by wait, I have the information here. You will be able to craft the basic weapon, which is the one that you see, the bluish one.
Yeah, on the very left.
Exactly. And then once you craft that basic weapon, then of course you can get also those stones, which are the stone of the poison stone, the fire stone, and the lightning stone. Like you need 3 per weapon, and then you can craft a variant of poison, fire, and lightning. The thing with the stones is that they appear in the repeatable chests, which are these chests that are outside of the
Before
dungeons.
you enter the
and they are the one that is like a little bit shabby. It's not so cool like the blue, shiny ones. Is the other one. So those ones have those stones, and of course every single weapon, every poison, fire, lightning version will give you different buffs, different element resistance and everything, which is cool. Important thing to say is that there is one thing that you guys have to notice is the basic design of one of the basic weapons is dropped 100% always by one administrator, which is a...
I will show them to you right
Okay,
now.
so it's our administrator Shilling. This guy, it's in the gloomy pastures, and when you kill this guy, it will drop already 100% the first part you need to complete the basic set. The thing is that it won't drop it again.
So kill Spieltren.
So kill Spieltren, don't give him, any mercy, and you will get 100%. Yeah, that you see
Not
that
the
guy.
real one, of course, just the digital one.
Is that guy on the upper right corner? Kill that guy and keep the thing that he's going to drop. So yeah. That's it. That's why I wanted to say pretty much about the weapons.
So you see in this graphic over here the four mighty ones that you have to kill in order to get the basic set.
That's it. And then Gabron is asking a very, very cool question, which is, can we change elemental, or once we decide it's fire, it's impossible to pass to lightning? No. You can always change. Let's say that I get the basic weapon, I am a Steam Mechanicus, I get the super hardcore gun, and I go into fire. And then in the next event, I say, you know what, I want to try lightning. It's okay. Then you only need to get 3 stones of lightning, and then you can craft the fire weapon with the 3 stones into a lightning weapon.
Yeah. If you wanted to do the...
It's everything on the guide, so I think I didn't forget any major detail, so you have everything on the guide, but
but
you can play around.
Why would you want to craft it into another one? Why don't you just collect all the 3 of them? I mean, all the 4 of them.
No, because then you give Trakilaki a lot of, a lot of reason to start screaming Pokemon online again, and we don't want that.
Okay, well, but it kind of reminds me, those of you who played Pokemon, it kind of reminds me of this.
Yes, it's like your Bulbasaur weapon, your...
I was actually thinking more of Evoli.
Squirtle,
that the thingy that, I forgot what her name was, the one that, if you pass her a stone, she becomes this other... elemental.
I only stopped with the first 150 and then I stopped.
Yeah, same actually.
That's it. I didn't move forward.
No, same actually. But I think her name was Evoli or something like this, and when you pass her a stone, then she becomes either direction fire, direction lightning, and something like this.
Is Spieltren watching us?
Eevee. Yeah, Eevee.
Eevee. That was the lovely fox, right?
No, that was Vulpix.
Vulpix. Yes. Oh my God, nostalgia is like coming all over me right now. We should totally give a chance to Pokemon Sun.
Yes, but
I'm not making cross-marketing here.
Is right, it's Ivy.
Yeah,
Ivy,
true.
Then if you give her one, so basically this is your Ivy version of weapons.
That's it.
Yeah, and possibly that might be extended. I see it already.
It's a little bit
magic.
like Zapdos. How was the name?
Forgot all. I don't know the birds.
You know the birds, the legendary birds. Please help us. Our memories.
We're too old for that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Okay.
I can tell that.
Anyhow, so this is unless you have anything else to say about this lovely elemental weapon, I'm gonna come to the mount.
Yes, the mount.
The mount of the underground. So there's obviously a new mount available, which we talked about. This lovely Black Widow that wants to give you a nice smooch.
A nice smooch and a nice ass.
That's how she looks like. And she knows how to shake it. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you what she looks like in the game. Quite cute. A little bit of a Parkinson syndrome because she cannot hold still.
It looks like me without coffee in the morning.
Yes, exactly. Actually, no. It's quite nice.
Actually, I look worse.
Obviously, Tame Battle Spider is kind of similar. Yes?
Zapdos. Articuno! That was it! Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Exactly.
That was it.
So yeah, this is the mount that you can get. In that you get it, there's a percentage chance that you can get it from the very same monster that you have to defeat, which is the ghastly Black Widow. So, and then you can get this mount in this event. And other than that, we have... that was actually it pretty much about the...
one thing that we didn't put it here, but some people would like to know, there is a new dragon ring.
Yeah,
you remember? So basically we had 2 dragon rings before. One was called, because they have these fancy names, people. One is called, the Dragon's Signet Ring. Then there was the Dragon's Mighty Signet Ring.
Yes.
These people trolling us. And we're bringing a new one called Dragon's Green Signet Ring.
Yes.
Which pretty much what it does is that if you can craft that tier 3 ring and your health points go lower than 33%, then you will summon a lovely Black Knight that will help you for 10 seconds in battle. So yeah, that is also there. So if you're one guy that has a lot of rings of this kind, or in the future, you know what you can do.
Yeah. So I have the stats over here from this ring. Basically, the difference is that before you got a black squire next to your side, and now you got a black knight.
Yeah, so a little bit more.
Maybe at some point there will be a black warlord. Yeah, who knows? Maybe even Dragon Junior will pop out. But yeah, obviously the stats are a little bit higher too. And one thing that we forgot to mention is that the set that you can see over here, so Dragon's Battle 1, the new set, it has also a visual difference. Sorry, wait, there we go. A visual difference, which I'm not gonna show you right now. It's very difficult to spot though.
Can the stones be accumulated in stack?
I don't think so.
Do we know that?
Actually,
no.
because
I would need to check. I would need to check in this case. Because I always, when I was testing, I only put myself.
1 second. So if you look at this set, you see that the certain details on them are slightly different. So the cloak has a symbol as well as the banner, and then the armor gets slightly, more illuminated. Before it's not, but then it is. And the helmet, you can see that the horns are growing towards the tier 3. And as for
any parallelism on real life situations is purely coincidental.
What?
The horns. I always found it funny. Nothing.
Yeah.
Never mind. Keep on going.
Yeah. So basically, the armor evolves as long as the more you upgrade it. Yeah. And now we're coming to one of my favorite sections, which is questions and answers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
But I think you are going to start. The majority of these questions were sent by you guys through the moderation team. Yes. So you always, I think there is always a post on a thread on the forums where you can always go. I think it's in discussion on current topics, and that you can always post there some questions. So
yeah,
we pick them and then we answer them.
They were collected by a lovely moderators. So thanks again. Also. Thanks to Sana.
Thanks to everyone.
Yeah, special thanks there.
And well, I would say some of these questions are very interesting for you, so pay attention.
So, and some of the questions are being actually asked in there. So, first one, what about the content extension? Because we talked about a content extension earlier before. What's happening with it? Well, we have not worked on it yet anymore. We had in the beginning ideas about doing something like a desert-like content expansion, but then some people were saying, you know what, maybe instead of completely new levels, maybe we should also first work on bigger, nicer features which are more complex. So at the moment we're focusing more on doing that. So as you might have noticed, the previous releases had more convenience features, improvement of certain PvP modes, things like that, and this is what's likely to happen for us. So what's coming next is also we're looking improving the UI even more, and after that I think we'll be looking into a content expansion, but it won't necessarily be a new planet or something like this. We have no news about that.
That's it. Yeah, well, this question you already answered. You spoiled this question for me, Greg. It was about the invasion event. How often it's gonna come?
But you can say it, yeah.
I will say it again for those of you who didn't hear this. It's only this year, then it will come at least 3 more times this year. Okay, this was short. Please, keep on.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, what's the status? Question number 3. What's the status about guild PvP? Well, again, we're still improving PvP, and it's very tough to do that actually, along with other features. And we have a huge list of improvements about what to do with guilds, or start first with the social window, or how many players can be in a guild. Should it be more than 50? Should it be less? How should they have guild halls and things like that? And we have all these ideas. The question now is, after what we're doing, focusing right now, is are we going to bring them all together in one big fat release, and we're going to call that a content expansion? Or are we going to do the other way, which is we're going to have 6 releases or something like this, or 7, who knows, and with every release we'll bring one of these features that is focused on guilds. That's the question at the moment. Personally, in terms of making it more a bigger boom, of course, is if we bring it all together, but it's more risky because it's changing the game a lot, you know.
Yeah.
So we're thinking maybe it makes more sense to bring it step by step.
True that.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting question. What?
Love that one. The next one, I love
We love that one because it's a pain point for us, as it is for you.
Yes.
And you can believe it. Okay, so what will happen with events, with the moon events? You know, what will happen with events such as the full moon and the new moon? Okay, so let's tell you a tale, shall we? Let's tell a story. So basically,
once upon a time,
there were these two amazing moon events, and these two amazing moon events were kind of getting, old, and they needed a revamp. And then we asked you guys, to provide us some ideas on how this would happen, by reasons that had to, especially with timing and the fact that we are a team and we have to develop a lot of things at the same time. There was a decision made where we would not pursue all of those changes, but then we limited to bring you new items, which some of you still like. I mean, some people don't like them, but some people use them. And also we brought a new difficulty mode, no? But then it's true that when we launched the community survey on March, surprise, surprise, you guys rated the moon event as something that was actually still missing. Like you would like to have more of this experience of the moon event. And so this is something that Greg and me, and a lot of people in the team know. So believe us, something is in the making. We haven't forgotten about these moon events, especially because
I read about it yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Exactly, because they are monthly, and we know that a lot of people use them, especially to farm also other items. So yeah, we are looking into that. Expect some things in the future, and that is as much as I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Consider this a teaser.
Yes, and I read. Hopefully, it will have nothing to do with just cheesy vampire.
Yeah,
movies.
I'm not very friendly with vampires either.
I read about the ideas and I really like them. It looks like something. It just makes sense that these get bumped up because they happen monthly. And
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Enough.
So you do, because I'm writing some of the questions that I'm seeing you guys. So keep on asking. We will answer some of those.
Okay. So another one is question number 5, and this question was originally in German, so I translated it to make it more understandable. What about uniques that are not worth to be called uniques because their stats are shit? So because their sets are outdated, what are we gonna do with them? What are you gonna do with them? So for example, Sigismar's uniques. So what will happen with them is most likely two things can happen with them. Either the game designer decides to revamp them and make them more attractive, but I doubt that. I think what they would rather do, and which is what we have started already doing, is introduce tiers. So as you know, tiers, we have items that exist in 3 tiers. So in order to make them more powerful, but also to allow you to juggle around with them a little bit more, it's more likely that a unique will have 3 different tiers, and then you can craft it into something better. That just makes more sense. And also you can categorize that more. And we know there are many uniques which are super old because the game is not it's not a baby. It's an adult. So this is what's happening. But something about Arabic-speaking players.
Yes, that's another thingy. So, question. We read that players from Arabic-speaking regions were asked to register on server Varian. Why was this server chosen? Is it country-specific? Why was Baylor not chosen? And I think this came to the idea that, some servers are more populated than other ones. That's not a huge secret. So the question was why these people were not, transferred to Baylor or to Tegan or something like that. Now you have to understand that geographically, the server that makes more sense for these people to start OVA is Varian, just because of geographical proximities. Like, for example, I am Spanish. I don't know how many Spanish people play in Agathon or Tegan. Maybe you play because you have some friends there or something like that.
We receive salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum, malaikum salam. So yeah, it's only that idea. A lot of people thought that we were taking those players, which by the way were players from another version of Drakensang Online called Bashik, that was launched by another partner of Big Points. When we brought those people here, it was not a full transfer. We couldn't transfer their accounts and we couldn't transfer their characters with any of the items, which is a big thing. What we did, because we think it's nice, is we gave them all the money that they had invested, and then we give them a little welcome package because they have to start from scratch.
Yes.
That's the only thing we did. And yeah, the idea why we put them on UARE, and I said it, because of geographical proximity, although they were given the choice to really start whenever they wanted.
Yeah.
But the package and the little thingy, they got it in Varian.
Yeah. So technically, if you don't like it, it's something on server Varian, and you're like me, you know what? I have more friends on the French. We're more French-speaking people, because you know some of the Arab nations, because we don't have we don't support Arabic as a language on our version of the game. So it's very likely that they will choose somewhere where there are more English speakers or French speakers, because traditionally, you know, some of the Arab nations have French as second official language.
I have plenty of supplies.
Yes, next one is something for me, so also from the German forum. When will the CMs, or in particular me, be present on the German forum or thread? Now, okay, apologies for that first of all. The thing is, what we have a thread over there, and our job as community managers is to provide you with information. Now, you have to imagine if it's only the two of us, and we do that in English mostly, and then it gets translated into other languages. We do it top down, kind of, like we write information here and gets sent to the mods, and they work with it. Now, occasionally we decided it would be a great idea to be present in the forum, and for sometimes it was possible, but then we had this huge workload with everything, and at some point I decided, you know what, I have these. What am I going to do? Am I going to write this big report right now, or this big guide, or am I going to answer to one person on that forum? As much as it's personally great to do that, you don't always get the time and the finesse, like the quality to do that in this time. So we started this as a kick-off project, you know. Sometimes you start things, and sometimes they work out or they don't work out. And in this case, it just didn't work out because there's always more and more to do. And it's not like we also have to be present on other social media as much as we do. And for that, we will also now get help because it's becoming too much. So you can expect that this mostly people on your local forum, the people who will answer you on your local forum will be moderators, just because we personally can't always be there. It's just physically not possible. It would be, but then it wouldn't also be qualitatively high. And then once you get into a discussion with somebody, with somebody on the forum, you kind of feel like, oh damn, I have to answer to this one person and to this one person, and maybe if I don't focus on what he wrote me before, he's gonna quote me and that I did something wrong or something.
Yeah, I mean the problem is that one thing is to have an open discussion, which anyway we are having on the English thread. I try to jump there as much as possible, but sometimes you have to feel the danger that this becomes a one-to-one dialogue.
Yeah, exactly.
And the problem is that in as much as you guys, and especially in the English forum, because well, it's the only one I'm reading apart from the Spanish, those guys are really, really knowledgeable and they raise very fair points, and we listen to that. You have to understand that we also have to care about the totality. I mean, the huge community. So in the end, you have to make a decision as to what is better for me: to compile this report, to fire to send to production, to do this, or to answer on the forum. So sometimes it's kind of you have 8 hours a day and you have to choose. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we don't like you guys. We actually like you a lot.
And as you see, for example, most of these questions that I get here are from the German forum. So. It's just humanly not necessarily always possible to do all of that. That being said, most likely we will shut down the individual language sections of there and just keep the English one, because then we can just answer in English. And it goes to show again that it's very important to know English. If we had the capacity to have more people to do that, that would be great, but we do not, unfortunately. So that's the reality of it. So I expect it to be shut down soon.
Spaghetti.
Yes, spaghetti.
That's it.
Okay, and there's a question number 8, which is not on this list, but it concerns a brown screen.
Yeah, this is something painful, I have to admit.
I will show it in the forum.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's something kind of painful, and I know it. And believe us, we have raised this issue within the team, and there is one person that is looking into this. Point is, it's proving to be somehow more difficult than it appeared in the beginning. We kind of already narrowed down where the problem was, and it's probably something that we released, or some little code that they changed back like 3 releases ago. So what we're going to do with release 167, it's implement some new tracking, which means that if the problem persists, then you can contact support, and then they will ask you, that nasty pink. I always see it brown.
I chose the brown one.
Yeah, that's it. It's really annoying, and we know it. So basically, we will implement some tracking on it to ensure that later on, when you send us your logs, we can totally identify better the issue. I know it's taking a long time. I know some people of you have been 4 weeks, which is really a pain and really a pity. And we are sorry for this, for the inconvenience caused. We know it's super annoying. So please bear with us. We are not forgetting about this, and we will fix it.
Yeah.
And that's a statement.
Yes. So just to to show you what we learned from this so far and what we thought it was, because we know that it exists. In the beginning, it was thought that let's say you were a player and you were in a group, and all of your group members are in Kings Hill, let's say, and you are also in Kings Hill, and then you want to enter, but the map is actually already full. So a map exists multiple times. So Kings Hill opens itself many times. So when there's, for example, let's say 50 players on the Kings Hill map, another Kings Hill map is being opened, yeah? And then that Kings Hill map has another capacity for another 50 players, yeah? So, but now, because you guys were in a group, and let's say out of your group 4 made it into Kings Hill, then it was full, and you're the 5th one, and you belong to that group, the game was thinking, okay, we have to send this player also to Kings Hill, even though Kings Hill is full, and then this is what's happening. That's what we thought, and partly this is what also happened. Then there was a fix, which also is being explained in this forum thread. There was a fix to it, and it helped some people, but it didn't help others, because some people still have this issue even though they're not in a group.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with them? And this is what we're going to track right now.
Mm-hmm.
And people always say that, oh man, why does it take so long? Well, because when it comes to technical issues and you're trying to find clues, this is how it is, yeah? When somebody's being murdered and you're sent on a case like Mulder and Scully over there, usually it takes an episode for them to solve it. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 episodes to solve them. That's how it is. You need clues in order to solve a case.
But yeah, as I said, we're looking into this, okay? So everything. And I saw, well, we were finished with those questions, and then I saw someone asking, what about the Looter's Fortune? This is this little event for 5 hours. Higher drop rate. So we asked our lovely moderators and admins to compile all the information that you guys were giving us, and we came up with some kind of ideas on how to improve this. Namely, better drop chances even, and maybe do it on the weekend, because of course, you know, some people, I mean, with timing, an event is always complicated, because maybe you have time to play on the weekend, but maybe someone doesn't have time to play on the weekend, so you can never make everyone happy, but we'll try to follow those suggestions. And as for if we are going to repeat it, I don't see why we wouldn't, but we haven't received any information about it, so I would say it's a little bit in a hashtag nebula, you know, possibilities, not the nebula that we have, but a nebula of possibilities. So I would say don't say goodbye to it yet, it may come again in the future. That's it. And another person, questions.
Yeah.
Because we have like 5 minutes, so maybe we have time for a couple of questions or something.
Daywaker 2 is asking me about them. So there's this weapon, there's this cape that you see here.
While you say that.
Yeah, so there's this cape that has a armor value over that you see on the tier 3, which is 3,703. So I've been asked if this is real. Well, as you can see on the test server, for now it's real. I don't know actually if it has been nerfed, but it looks like decent. Yeah. This is as you can see, this is how it looks over there, and it's final. If it's if you feel like, you know, if you have any feedback on this one, voice it, and then we'll see whether when you think that this is maybe too, in a combination with another item, too much for you.
That's it.
Yeah, but it does exist.
Another person was asking, what about a Calice set and a Morte set? You know, like trying to complete the dungeon sets of the parallel worlds that we already created. Yes, this will happen, but exactly we don't know when. But it's inside the roadmap as well. What else?
Maybe one last question because of.
Venga, yeah, sure. Because we have to go. That lame excuse is what we hear 1 month now. I guess that you're referring to the brown screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I wish I wish I could.
This is the reality. What do you want me to say?
I wish we could give you better solution in this respect, but at least we're gonna track this now, so don't worry. But yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, this is what we know about it, and this is what we can tell you about it. Yeah.
How do you recognize fake bonus codes when they don't work?
I can tell you that. Yeah. How you recognize fake bonus codes? If they don't come from us, they're fake. Yeah. If we didn't tell you on Facebook, this is it, or we told you in the forum or on Twitter or anywhere, then it's probably fake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe sometimes there was a little problem that the bonus code was published before in Facebook.
Because you would check. Yeah.
Anyway,
but
okay.
It's always easy to check, you know, if there's a new one. Usually,
okay.
It spreads quick.
For me, homework that I have from one of the questions was about if you have a lighting, I'm talking about dragon weapon. If you have a lighting dragon weapon, can you revert it to basic? No, you can't. But my question is, I don't think you can get more than one weapon per event. But this is something I'm gonna double check, and I will let you know, guys, on the guide. And another thing is that we are very happy to resume our Dev Diaries series. So there is one Dev Diaries, a little, kind of a visit of, inside of our studio, and you will see some lovely faces telling you guys where we're working in. And there is one prepared also in the, on the horizon with production, meaning that we will have a Q&A with our producer. So for that, we will totally ask you guys to send us your questions on the forums. We'll make a lovely pick, of different questions. Don't worry, we are not going to get the mild ones. We will also get the strong ones because we want to be fair. But yeah, expect a Q&A with our producer, which is nice.
Yay! And now we're going to show you the Raffle winners.
That's it.
So the winners of this episode's or live stream's Raffle are.
And don't worry, if you don't win, keep on trying. I think we got 6,000 emails this time.
If you look above here, this address that you see above over here, DSO Twitch at bigpoint.net. Send your character and your server name, and you have a chance to win a random prize. Yeah? Mostly it's very lucrative though. Just send it there, and we'll do it with every episode. So the winners are. We have winners on pretty much on every server except for Balor.
To be honest, Greg, I think those are the winners from last Twitch.
Are they?
I think so.
Oh.
Because I selected new prizes for this time. Yes, these are Greg.
My mistake. Actually, they were in.
You didn't do your lovely homework.
Then. But they were in that folder.
But they were in the other one. What we can do is take a screenshot and then we can publish it.
We'll share it.
That's it. So don't worry, guys. A little bit of suspense. You will need to wait a little bit. Damn, that was a hashtag fail. Huh?
That's okay. Happens.
So yeah, you see, even happens to us.
But this one is not a fail because for those who were watching
epic
right now,
fail.
They will get a bonus code.
That's it. So. That was a bonus code, so yes. Come on, guys, stop typing and get your bonus code. This time we wanted to give you something. You Are My Buddy. It's something that relates to grouping and playing with people and everything. So I would say book or reserve the contents of that bonus code for Dragon, because I would say it's way easier to run through Dragon with a group, and of course you have more chances. Yeah. You can run more often and then get different things as well. So yeah,
It gives you 10 lovely spirits.
We hope you enjoy that, and there will be, this is something that some people were asking, are you planning to launch a special package for Dragon? Yes, there is something in the making, so just stay tuned. We don't tell you when we're gonna release this, so you need to check out our Facebook and Twitter.
FYI, Thanos, this is a legit bonus code.
That's it, that's the one that comes from us.
Exactly.
So off you go. I'm gonna check how many people have reading it already, because you guys are so quick.
Yes, it's been only a minute. Yeah, it's been only a minute. Okay, so thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, that's it.
And we'll see you next time.
Yep.
When? You will see, but just subscribe to the channel.
That's
and
it.
then you will always get an update as to when there's a new
In 2 weeks.
episode.
In 2 weeks.
Yes,
Anyway,
mostly.
see you on the forums, and yeah, see you next time. Have a lovely weekend.
Yes, with lots of sunshine.
Not like here.
What?
Okay.
Bye bye.
Venga, ciao.